How much reserves should I have? I'm Tim Diesel, commercial real estate consultant, and today let's go through a question that I had that's kind of important. I think we should cover that. How much reserves should you keep? Everybody is questioning now, should we have cash? Is cash trash? What do we do with it? And I don't think you should be 100% in cash. I think that's a little extreme. And I definitely don't want to knock anyone portfolio ratios. If you've got some money in gold, silver, Bitcoin, whatever it is, whatever it is, I still believe you should have some cash, actual liquid cash in the bank that you can tap into. I've never subscribed to the theory of not having any cash, having it all in cash flow, because you don't get rich off cash flow. It's just not possible unless you're at the stage where you're getting a couple $100,000, maybe even $1 million in cash. That's a whole nother story, right? But you really want to have some cash sitting aside for any kind of opportunities that may come up. Now, have a reasonable amount of cash reserves for yourself. When I say reasonable, I mean something for you, and I don't know everyone's particular lifestyle, but for some people, maybe it's $5,000, maybe for some people it's like 10 grand. And I'm talking about emergency funds that you need to sleep well at night, and this is for your money, whatever it is. If you have 3 kids, it's a different number for everybody. That is not your investment capital. That is not what we're talking about. That is your emergency fund in case something terrible happens, okay? Now, when we're talking about reserves, we're talking about a reserve tank to invest. It's a little bit different, right? If we're talking about reserves to live and survive, that's one thing. If we're talking about a little bit of disposable cash that you're going to use to invest in whatever you're going to be investing in, that's also another, got to be careful with that. So save whatever you can and whatever you can be comfortable with, right? Some people, it might be a challenge to save 25 grand, but hey, that's good enough to get them going. Maybe they can tap into some credit lines, whatever the case is. Others, I've spoken to some people, they're close to $1 million. And hey, they have a really high salary, low expenses, and they haven't found the deal they want yet. So cash keeps piling in. Doesn't mean you have to use it. Just keep enough cash that the deals that you're looking for, if they're $500,000, if they're $2 million or $5 million, have a little bit of cash where you can bring into the deal. Now, I don't mean down payment. I mean, can you tie up the deal with a deposit? Most of the time, to a deposit is anywhere from 3 to 5%, right? So if you have $1 million deal, you might be able to put it away with $25,000 or $50,000 when you tie up that contract, while you get your other investors, while you get your particulars in order. And if that's the kind of cash you need or you feel comfortable with, that's fine. Do not think that when I say save your cash, I mean have $500,000 in the bank and you only have 10 grand, you're going to be in. No, everyone's situation is different. So don't worry about putting a number to it that is not going to feel comfortable with you. Have a good amount of cash and have cash you can tap into. Because what I think is going to happen when money supply tightens up, it's going to be hard for you to get credit lines and credit cards. They're going to start shutting these things down. They've done it before. Be prepared for that. Have your private money. Have people with cash that you can talk to when you're in your network. And that's kind of what I mean. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. Be glad to help you. Thank you.